2019's been a great year for film. We had Woody and the gang back together, we finally got to see Joaquin Phoenix's interpretation of the Joker, and our Avengers finally assembled to fight Thanos and his army. One film no one's talking about though seems to be Terminator Dark Fate. Today's episode we're talking about the rise, the fall and the revival of the Terminator franchise. But before we get started, I'm gonna grab me a cup of coffee. I'll be back. So, Terminator, brilliant franchise that stood out with fans for so many years, but somehow it just doesn't have its touch anymore. Today I've got Matthew who told us about Terminator Dark Fate that's soon coming out, but first we're going to talk about what led up to Dark Fate and what made it what it is today.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Terminator 1 is the film that kick-started James Cameron's long-lasting career that still goes to this day, with its blend of horror and action seamlessly, meticulously put together on a fairly low budget. For example, did you know in the alleyway scenes where Arnold Schwarzenegger is, killing people, natural lighting was used? They had to go to natural because they couldn't afford to pay for the lighting,
Really?
and they didn't have a license for any of the location filming, and they lied to a police officer in the last shot of the movie so they could drive off in the Jeep.
Yeah. Oh well. I like the first Terminator. I like how it feels more like a horror just through how gory it is, and I like how it predicts the future. Like machines will take over one day. It makes you feel a bit paranoid because obviously how technology's developed over time. Like it's something that could happen. I know it's a little bit far fetched, but personally, I like the second one better than the first
Really?
one. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the action or the way it's filmed. I think I just like the idea of the Terminator being sent back to protect the human, and another Terminator being sent to kill him. Whereas the first one was the human coming back to protect the human.
I think it's certainly more action oriented. I can agree with that, but I prefer the more gothic horror elements of the first movie. I just think it's more tight and contained, whereas the second one is on a much grander scale. I think we can agree.
To me, in the first one, I never thought the humans stood a chance against protecting Sarah Connor. You got to think
Really?
it's machine at the end of the day. Whereas the second one, it's machine against machine. It's quite unpredictable, I believe.
I can see where you're coming from.
Well, I tell you what, to see what the viewers think, we have a montage of the best bits from the first one and the second one. Here it is.
Hello and welcome back. As you can see, we're joined by Cameron to discuss life after the Terminator, after James Cameron left the Terminator franchise and how it went downhill. I think we can see it from there, with Terminator 3, 4 and 5.
Yeah, start with 3. It's a very controversial topic because it reverted the original ending of the first two, which was really fan favourite. The third one, it completely reverted everything. Fans really disliked it.
I can see it's a bit of controversial move to actually go with the ending of the original ending of Terminator 2 when instead of saving everybody, everybody dies. I think that was quite a bold move, but the film itself does lack in some areas. I think that the other Terminator just is nowhere near as good as the second one.
The budget was a lot lower than the second one, but the CGI still improved from the second one. Yeah, we move on to 4 anyway, Salvation. It was supposed to be a revival of the new trilogy with Sam Worthington and Christian Bale. Personally, it's my favourite.
Really?
I love the whole new take on the apocalyptic after everything Judgment Day happened. But it was really controversial again with fans because they didn't like the new take on it.
Well, unfortunately, Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't actually reprise his role in Terminator 4, although his CGI rendering is in the movie. However, he did come back for Terminator 5 Genesis, which we'll talk about now.
Genesis is really hated by fans. It didn't have any chronological order, CGI in some parts was bad, and overall the narrative was just dislodged. The whole time travelling sketch, the incorporation of Arnold Schwarzenegger was forced.
Do you know, it's been 5 years since that film came out, and I still have no idea what the narrative or the plot was about. I have no idea what happened. It was confusing, it was a mess. I think that's, well, my opinion anyway.
Yeah, it's an opinion shared by many fans as well. Today we've got clips from the 4th, 5th, and 3rd, 4th and 5th installments of the Terminator franchise. Now we're joined by Kai. We'll discuss the newest installment, Terminator Dark Fate. So, what's your opinions of the trailer so far?
Well, I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest. Like, you've got to think, like Sarah Connor's coming back. Like, I can't wait for that. There's been rumours of Edward Furlong, who played John Connor in the original. There's been rumours of that. I hope to see that. And I've also heard it's a direct sequel from Judgment Day.
Yeah, it's continuing on the two fan favourites, of course.
So you're just forgetting all the ones that were made after that, which I can understand, to be honest, because they don't really add anything to the whole Terminator narrative. So I am looking forward. It's basically the third one.
Exactly, the return of the fan favourites as well. Linda Hamilton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the CGI already from the trailers, it looks far better than the previous installments.
Like compared to Genesis, I mean, I don't know what that was, but
yeah,
I am looking forward to Darth Vader. I like the look of the storyline. It should be quite interesting. I'll tell you some of the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Looking old now.
I know they're both getting on, but
they can still do it. Obviously.
But after Genesis, could you consider the next installment could it be an economic flop after the first one bombed at the box office?
Yeah, like I think if they carried on like after Genesis, like a sequel to Genesis, that it wouldn't have done good because obviously bombed the box office.
It's put a bit of burden on the franchise as well, hasn't
it's
it?
like just reviving what Terminator once was.
Yeah, it's trying to revert it back to its original good days instead of carrying on from the past installments which haven't been received well at all.
Yeah. But I think we have do we have the trailer here?
Yeah, we've got the trailer we can show you right now.
Yeah, good trailer.
I'll be back.
Thank you for watching. Join us next week where we'll be discussing Rise of Skywalker, the end of the Star Wars trilogy. Thank you.